Kylian Mbappé. I'm not coming to jump on Kylian Mbappé, but since he's left, PSG
been
are
so
in
much better.
back-to-back Champions League finals.
I just don't think he bought into what they were doing. If he bought into what they were doing, they'd just be the best team in the world by a country mile. They still kind of are, but you get what I mean? I think they'd be the best team in the world by a country mile if he bought into what they wanted in terms of the running aspect. But I feel like because he played with Neymar and Messi and he got the fact, they were like, bro, you don't run, you just attack. Yeah. He got that in his mind, like, yeah, bro, I ain't doing none of that nonsense that them man get paid to do. I get paid to score goals and go this way. You men get paid to defend. I think he adopted that mentality and took that in to the next managerial change. And it was like, nah, bro, you need to get on board or get out of here. And he wasn't getting on board with that.
Because even the clip where they're doing like some form of analysis and Enrique speaking to him, I can't remember what he says to him, but obviously at the time it went viral and it's kind of showing more. So I think he was basically saying to him about the running back aspects as well.
Yeah.
Like in PSG, and again, like a lot of you see it with Arsenal as well, like everyone's bought in, but PSG, everyone is really bought into what Enrique's doing, like in terms of
it's
like
been a fresh start.
The intensity, the tempo, like bro. And it's just and with Mbappe, now you're even reading more stuff that's coming out of Madrid, won the petition that defends. Go on, sorry.
I'm not going to sit up here and move like he's still not the best player in the world, though. He's still
I've always said, oh yeah, he basically is more or less, but it's like, bro, it's not that it's not looking good, but it kind of is not looking good, bro. Like everything that is coming out of Madrid the last couple of weeks, obviously we know certain things are being exaggerated and stuff like that, but it's like, bro.
The
Madrid, thing with players of that caliber, because they cost so much money and they're on so much wages, it's even harder for them to leave.
Of course, they're not getting rid of him. Madrid don't work without superstars. Madrid is like the Lakers. You need superstars there for it to work. Do you get what I mean? So he's not going anywhere. It'd just be a case of infrastructure and people behind the scenes having to change. They're not getting rid of Mbappe, because if they get rid of Mbappe, where does he actually go? Barcelona. And then you're really...
The broke boys, they can't afford him.
No, I know. But like, where does he go? Because where's next
could only literally go back to PSG or if an English club just spent all their peas on him. Because obviously one of the big English clubs could do it. But like,
I think Real Madrid is his home now, bro. But I feel like they need to...
It is, but...
They need to buy into him as well as he has to buy into them as well. I think it's going to be a two-way thing.
It depends how long they go. If they go next season without something like that, well, without any buy-in, without any trophy, then that conversation will need to be had, because it will now have been 3 years, no challenge for nothing.
And again, he leaves PSG, they win. He joins Real Madrid, they don't win. Because before he joined Real Madrid as the double champions. Do you know what I mean? Like, remember Real Madrid didn't really have a striker the season before, and everyone was bought in.
But we do know that they were falling off before he joined. Remember the year they won the Champions League, when they did a mad thing, but they were playing back, like when they beat City on pens and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And they were moving crazy, and they won the Champions League. They were falling off at that point because Arsenal went. Remember Arsenal dealt with them. We gave them 5 next year.
That was the year he joined. You gave them 5 his year. That was last season, bro.
Mbappé weren't playing.
He was. When Rice scored the 2 free kicks at home, Mbappé even after one of Rice's free kick, Mbappé basically did the facial expression of fair enough. That was a good free kick.
Yeah. But I feel like they were going downhill the year before, and they brought Mbappé to boost up whatever they
won the double the year before.
I know they did, but remember the way they were playing, Joe. I know they won, and this all that matters is the winning. But they were playing like this PSG side. It didn't look good enough for a PSG. I say PSG for a Real Madrid side. Do you get what I mean? It didn't.
I think that's more so because they didn't have a designated centre forward. But like,
Yeah, they were playing anyone up there.
they
Jude
still
Bellingham was
score
playing there half
over,
the time.
because even it was the Bayern Munich game when Alphonso Davies gave Bayern the lead at the Bernabeu, and then Joselu came on and scored the 2
I
late goals,
remember.
and they won it.
Yeah.
But like, the cohesion within the team, obviously, for them, and it probably hasn't been spoken about as much, losing Toni
Ancelotti.
Kroos was a big
Ancelotti
thing
as well.
in terms of Ancelotti was there last season, bro.
No, but I think losing him is a problem.
It is,
Because-
but Mbappe was with Ancelotti as well. I'm
But for
talking
like one season.
yeah, but like the season before he came, it's more so you can't replace Toni Kroos because obviously he retired. That's
Modric
different.
left.
But then Vinny and Jude, they were on a different wavelength. But Bellingham's first season was a joke, and the team, like, again, it probably helps when you've got the likes of Kroos and Modric coming off the
Modric.
bench to see things through as a leadership
Mhm.
aspect. But since Mbappe's come to Madrid, it seems a bit more, everything's just up in the air. Like, even I was seeing a clip today of, I think, was it his final season in PSG? There was a counter attack, and I think Vitinha didn't pass to him on the left, and he literally just went like that, waved his hand. He didn't even look at the direction of the pitch. If he ran, whoever got the shot off that Vitinha played could have actually crossed it into Mbappe. And those kind of things are channeling like into how Madrid have been over the last 2 years. I'm not blaming how they've played on him, but the team doesn't seem to be effective with him or the shape. Like, because again, it seems like they're forcing to play him and Vinny. Obviously, Mbappe up top, but Mbappe wants to play on the left. Him and Vinny are trying to make it work. The animosity is not there between them two. But
It's
the
between the
squad,
club and him.
the
But he's
squad
still the top goal scorer in the Liga. Like he this is the thing though. Like why I say you have to kind of cater to him in a way is because he's still the top goal scorer in the Liga. He's still like the
Yeah, but
main
in a league
man.
that they'll win anyway. Or not a league that they'll win, sorry, a league that a Real Madrid player will be top scorer in anyway.
No, because you got the Barcelona man there now. You get what I mean?
in this current day and
Like
age,
who?
someone like Mbappe should be getting the Pichichi award. Like,
No, I'm
Lewandowski
not saying he shouldn't
doesn't
be,
play
but
every week, all that stuff.
I'm talking like, bro, you dead. You say like who?
Yeah.
Oh, Lewandowski, if he was played every game, but we know we don't play
You
every
don't
game
play every
anymore.
game.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Fair,
so
sorry.
the opportunity is there for him to get the
He scored
top
24 goals though. It's not like a small.
No, again,
Yeah, but
I'm not dismissing that, but
there ain't
like,
much of a challenge for goal scorers in that league, bro.
basically, like how Mbappe is for Madrid, it seems like a great scorer in the NBA, but their team's not doing much. They'll be an all-star. They'll be all NBA because of their numbers, but in terms of the team aspect,
It's not great, man.
it's not
I hear
great.
you.
And I'm not blaming Madrid's failure on him, but since he's arrived,
That's just the
like,
era they're in, isn't it?
now it's just like, all right, things are kind of pointing more towards you in terms of, one, the way the team are playing, because the team definitely tried to cater to him. Two, they're not happy with certain things. Even last week when he flew abroad whilst injured and stuff like that. Obviously, a lot of the time clubs agree that kind of stuff. The way the comms have come out is as if that kind of stuff weren't agreed. His relationship with Xabi Alonso, supposedly, all this stuff is just like, again, not just him, because there's other players that had their issues. Rudiger punched, I think, someone. And then today they said that Valverde and Tchouaméni were in a fight as well. So everything's just going crazy, bro.
It's dysfunctional out there in Madrid right now, basically. There's major dysfunction because I feel like this happens every year and all the stuff that we're hearing about, we wouldn't usually hear about because what are they usually doing? They'll be in a Champions League final.
We said when Madrid stuff.
No, we do hear about it, but like
we don't hesitate. Now is the non-Marca people that I'm seeing talk about Madrid even more, and I'm like, raw. And again, there's a lot of fingers in this pie of chaos, but there is a common denominator.
So you're blaming Mbappé for...
I'm not blaming Mbappé. I'm just saying, since because I don't like to blame players, especially not I don't like to blame players, but I always say superstars. You do have to cater to them in some aspects. They do need certain leeways, but if you enable certain things for way too long and there's no results, bro, that's all I'm saying. 2 years he's been there, no trophies. They won the double before. The previous team he leaves, they potentially doing back-to-back Champions League final. And like you said, if he bought in at PSG, they would be on top of the world. Well, he would be on top of the world with them because they're on top of the world.
Pretty much.
I stand by that. I just feel like he left PSG and he thought, boy, you guys aren't going to be able to do a damn thing without me, because looking outside in, I would have thought the same thing. I was thinking, bro, they're going to win the league. That's what I was thinking. They're going to win the league, but they win the league near enough every year anyway. So I was just like, outside of that, are they going to be able to win the Champions League? As I said, Ousmane Dembélé is one of my favorite football players, but I didn't know if he was going to be able to stay fit enough to carry them. Do you get what I mean?
I agree. And obviously,
I didn't know Vitinha was going to start doing this.
They hadn't signed Quavo until Jan. They signed him.
Yes. Like a lot of the people that were there, I was like, I feel like Mbappé did a lot of the work for them.
Heading into last season, I agree with you, because they just signed Doué. No, obviously he was a talent. He was a kid. So we didn't know what to expect. Like you said, Dembele, we didn't know he was going to be Ballon d'Or level. And then they brought in Quavo to basically win the Champions League. And they were decisive, but everyone was locked in. Everyone was bought in.
They were. And they had Donnarumma in goal. They had a great team. It was just like, I just didn't feel like Mbappé, because Mbappé was a man that was the one that was scoring on their goals. I was like, where the hell are their goals coming from? Who's going to be doing this in the Champions League? Who's going to be able to take over a game? And I said, Ousmane Dembélé can do that. I just think health was against him. But that man stayed healthy and he's been one of the best players in the world. So that's my guy.
Can't beat it. And on the 30th of May...
He won't be my guy on the 30th of May. But he'll be my guy on the first.
Be the best.